Hi, my name is Drakensberg and welcome to another episode of the Ironman Adventures. This time around, we're going to do some proper four-wheel driving in a place called the Three Provinces. Cue the badass music, and I don't know why I agreed to this, but here we go.
Already had my tarot read. Things are looking up for me, that's what my tarot said. Been pumping out pheromones and wearing red. Young Jerry Lolliver king, but they're not aware of it. $40 to show money, that's what they stole from me. Blow it all bowling, guess I roll funny. Go find me a snow bunny, ask if this cold world's making her nose runny. She melted, I wear a cape.
We woke up at the beautiful Forellenhof guest farm with three cheerful chaps greeting me in the morning.
Good morning, Dion.
Goedemorgen.
Did you sleep nicely? And you?
Morning, Dad.
How did you sleep?
Very well. Thanks. And you?
I slept well, thank you.
Great. Can I enjoy my coffee now?
Quentin, stop running.
Why are you running?
It's me, Dion, Christo, and they're giving me trouble here from the back. And Quentin. So we're three cars, me and Quentin in the Iron Van. Currently we are in a small town called Volksrust. It's one of those romantic towns. If you want to take your significant other to a beautiful little quaint town, Volksrust is the place. If you do like the videos, please like and subscribe. But for now, we are on our way to Three Provinces to do some epic four-wheel driving.
I do my dance at the club with the lonely hearts, watching all these little men try and be Bonapartes to make the rest of us deal with their broken parts. Despite evil, I like people. Put your hands in the air if you're bipedal. Yeah, if life is a film, give me 5 sequels. Trying to pull my thread through the plot like a fine needle. All of these lines equal proof that I live alone. Got the benefit of time to deliver flows. Eating creamy peanut butter, buddy, I lick the bowl. Brings my soul body into the physical. New cards, new deck, new life. King of cups, he comes upright. Always, all days, all nights. See, do I. New cards, new deck, new life. King of cups, he comes upright.
A stone throw from the town of Volksrust, we arrived at Three Provinces and we met up with the weekend organizer, Russell Venter.
How's it, everyone? I'm Russell, the planner of this weekend here at Three Provinces. We've just arrived at the farm. We've all done our indemnities now. We're going to be heading out to the camping area to get everyone set up there. I myself am going to be staying in one of the rock cabins. We'll take you up so you guys can have a look at what it looks like. So Three Provinces is a farm situated about 15 km outside Volksrust in the Mpumalanga region. The reason why it's called Three Provinces, the lookout point that we're going to be driving to tomorrow is exactly the cross border of Natal, Mpumalanga and the Free State. Now, the original trail that we're going to be doing, there's 5 trails on the farm. They all vary between 3 and 4 gradients, obviously depending on how much rain they've had during the course of the week. But we are here to specifically do the one trail, the main trail. It's about 43 kilometers in distance. Driving time, depending on the obstacles, is anywhere between 6 and 7 hours, as I said, depending on what the obstacles look like. The trail is very weather dependent, so if it rains on top of the mountain, it all filters down onto the trail, and then it does get a bit muddy, it does get a bit slippery, but that makes it all fun. And we are a total of about 8 vehicles that are doing the trail this weekend. I annually do this trail once a year. Last year I managed to do it twice, especially when it snowed. As we are on the Drakensberg escarpment, they do get quite a bit of snow right on top of the mountain where we are going to be tomorrow. So that's also a very, very awesome challenge. So yeah, let's do it.
Before we could get to our campsite, we had our very first obstacle, a muddy water crossing. It's always a good idea to walk the water crossing yourself to make sure it isn't too deep. That's if it's not infested with crocodiles.
I've been pacing, drawing patience.
arrived at camp and the gents had some interesting ways of feng shuiing our site, and the safety officer didn't seem too happy. Christo, sorry, I've got a question. Christo, what's the plan?
The plan is there's no plan. Lunch, that's the plan. First of all. Then, take a little 4x4 route, drive, come back and drive.
Right, route number 1 is Bobbejaan's Kloof. We've just had a bit of a lunch, and I have to tell you, this campsite is beautiful. It's got a nice wild camp vibe to it, and we're gonna do some 4x4ing. I'm a tiny bit scared because I've heard many stories of this place where people have not rolled their cars but broken their vehicles. But luckily we're here with the right people that know what they're doing. So I'm looking forward to some nice mud sliding, and I'm gonna change my shoes now. Luckily I'm not driving, Quentin is driving the iron van. I'm gonna get some shots, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. So here we go!
The Bobbejaan's 4x4 trail is a shorter trail. Starting just outside of the campsite, it winds its way through thick bush and over rocky terrain, with a few hair-raisingly steep up and down hills. The route continues past the mountain cabins and can be used as an alternative from the campsite to the cabins. This route is only 5 kilometers in length and takes just 1 to 2 hours to complete. It is ideal for a quick morning or afternoon drive.
What happened?
Came down a steep slope, and there was a big rock on the left, and the car just slid to the one side and got some damage to the car. Time for a beer.
Sorry, buddy.
2 beers.
Sorry, buddy.
We have tequila. So often tiny mishaps do happen. You go around a corner, you don't see the rock, it kind of hits you, or you brush against a log or whatever, and then you pick up a scratch. So a plaster normally fixes everything, as my daughter tells me. So on the first day, Christo might have had a tiny bit of a mishap.
Russell.
Christo? We'll this should be fixed by tomorrow morning, and then Christo will also feel a bit better.
Can I also get a
Dion,
stampie on my car?
Hi there.
what are we doing now?
Speel vir Christo 'n liedjie.
Why?
Want hy's hartseer.
This morning Smile with the rising sun. Daily birds.
From the log cabins, we headed back to camp to enjoy a beautiful evening in the mountains. And we had some new friends arriving.
Hallo Dirkie.
Hoe lyk dit nou?
Goed en jy?
Hallo, hallo.
Dis Kenny.
Cheers. Aangenaam.
Aangenaam.
Welkom, welkom.
Dankie baie.
Is hy? We have arrived back at camp and we did some obstacles today. We had a big downhill where Christo unfortunately dinged his car a bit, but that's part of the game. And then tomorrow is going to be the big day of four-wheel driving. So the sleeping arrangements are as follow. This is Quinton's rooftop tent, the 1400 Swift. I'm going to be in the swag tonight. And then this is Dion's brand new spanking tent. That is the Nomad. It's a bit smaller and lighter than the 1400. So we're going to be chilling tonight in camp, buy some meat, and then tomorrow morning we take on the big obstacles. Good morning. It's a beautiful morning here at the Three Provinces, and the crew is about to arrive and we're going to do the proper four-wheel driving today. Looking forward to it, a little bit scared, but it's going to be lots of fun. So here we go.
Tweede stap. Morning.
Môre. Lekker met jou. Ja. My weer goed. Hallo Dirk.
Hoe gaan het?
Lekker self.
Lekker.
So this is the first obstacle starting on the Three Provinces main trail. As you can see, we start from the back there, run all the way up the mountain, curves to the left. The big thing about this section is you need to cross axle or zigzag the whole time so that you can make sure that you keep the best traction on the wheel at all times. Diff lock definitely helps a lot here. It does get a bit technical, but the big thing is to keep to the left or keep to the right at all times. Never drive in the middle, because that's when you will lose your traction. Gradient, it's about a 2, so it is a bit of a fun one to start the day off with. And then as we progress here, it's going to increase to about a 3 or a 4 gradient. Halswurte is a 5 and the tunnel is a 5 gradient. But yeah, we've got capable vehicles and very experienced drivers, so let's go and have some fun.
Quinton, are you having fun?
I'm having so much fun.
Carrying on the trail, we're coming to one of the more daunting obstacles. As Dirk will show you now, it's about a 40-degree decline that we're going to go down on with quite a bit of loose rock. And what I've actually advised the guys to do is switch your diff lock on and then pull up the handbrake as much as possible so that you actually run against the vehicle's own compression, and then just feathering the brake a bit so you have more control over the vehicle so that it doesn't slide sideways. Because the problem with this obstacle at the moment, if you go completely sideways, there's a possibility you could actually end up rolling. And as you can feel now, the handbrake is up, my foot's not on the brake, it's just running against its own compression. And then I've got it in first gear, locked in first gear, so it won't run away. And we just gradually taking the obstacle. As you can feel here, there is, we call it in Afrikaans, the middle mannetjie is knocking the bash plate. So that's fortunately bearing the brunt of the shots at the moment. And we're going to have a bit of an axle twister here now. As I said, my foot's completely off the brake, the handbrake's doing all the work, allowing the vehicle just to basically crawl over the rocks. So I'm just feathering accelerator now, and there we go.
So why wouldn't you use downhill assist?
So the problem that I've discovered with downhill assist is it's an electronically controlled program. So it can't see what's going on in front of the vehicle. You can. So yes, there are advantages of using it, but with the amount of rain that we've been having here in this region over the last couple of weeks, the ground is extremely soft. So what the downhill assist control does is it taps and releases the brakes the whole time. Effectively, what you're going to end up getting is a sliding motion, which is what you don't want, especially on a steep descent like we just went down now. You want a more gradual descent versus sliding the whole time. And that's what I said to Milton as of before he went down. I said, don't use your brakes, rather use your handbrake, because then it's going to be much slower than what the downhill assist control is. And if you touch your brakes, and I'm going to give you an example now. If I just touch my brake, you can feel and I'm feathering the brake now, you can feel the vehicle's jerking forwards and backwards, which is what you don't want, especially if you're driving a 2.5 ton vehicle and you're going on a 40-degree descent and you touch the brake the whole time. You've got all your weight running on your nose and your arse is effectively got no weight on it at all. So you're going to start getting a snake effect, and with that is the possibility of your back end coming out completely, and that's when you'll lose control and you'll either slide into a berm and you'll be stuck, we will have to do a recovery, or the possibility is there, touch wood, that's never happened, that you can actually roll the vehicle.
The Three Provinces 4x4 trail is the longest and most spectacular route on the farm, taking you up to where the boundaries of Mpumalanga, KwaZulu-Natal and the Free State meet.
What happened?
Came down the steep slope and I keep hearing a bell, and I'm looking to my left and right and I don't see a bell on the cows here. And then I found the bell tied with a cable tie under my car. Hell!
Dion,
Dirk,
what's going on here?
is 'n bietjie 'n tegniese hindernis. 'n meer senior hindernis.
You.
Wat sê my maat?
Lekker en jy?
Alles goed.
Ek sien jou low range is daarom aan.
Ja. Joh, 'n man raak nog om hier op te stap, né? Nee man, Dirkie.
Wat nou?
Wat neem jy my so af?
Nee, ek kan mos.
We are done about 70% of the trail now. If you can look to your right hand side, you'll see that we are going to go behind the mountain now, and then we're going to be to the base of Helshoogte. We're going to stop and have a look and see if it's drivable. From then, we are about 200 meters away from the lookout point. Obviously, the three provinces, where the three provinces actually get to each other, will meet up, and then we'll spend a bit of time up there. There's awesome views, and then from there it's downhill towards the tunnel, and then obviously we're going to have a look and see if we can do the tunnel. The tunnel is a bit daunting. It's about the width of the Ironman, and then height-wise, you're dropping into a trench about the same height as what your rooftop tent is going to be. So the unfortunate thing about that is there's no chicken run. So if you start it, you've got to commit and you've got to finish it. So we'll obviously walk that one through right until the end.
The Three Provinces route is not only a huge test for your 4x4 skills, but it's one of the most beautiful roads I've ever driven in South Africa. So here are some solo shots of the Ironman in this beautiful landscape. We arrived at the lookout point where the three provinces meet: Free State, Mpumalanga and KwaZulu-Natal. It was one spectacular view. We even had a quick glimpse of black eagles soaring below.
Dion,
Ja,
kom weg daar.
moenie so sê.
So this is the tunnel, and the reason the Ironman vehicles are not here is because our vehicles are too high with our rooftop tents. It gets quite intense here, and this is probably one of the most difficult obstacles of the day. But so far so good. Well done, champion.
It's as nerve-wracking as I remember it, but obviously with all the rains we've had, yeah, my underpants get into my seat.
I thought you were going to hit your car, but you didn't, which is amazing. It's just amazing.
Yeah,
Well done.
look, thanks for helping me, guiding me a bit as well, but concentration is key. So slow and steady wins the race. Now to get 3 more vehicles down.
Lekker. Nee, wat ou Mallas ken papi, hierdie man ken.
Hey, ons speel lekker vandag.
Sy.
Here we have the Toyota Hilux in its natural habitat. Once a scared little creature, now a beast of nature, traversing in grounds that no other car would even attempt.
Maak so papi, hy maak so. Dis moeilike tye.
Moeilike tye. Well done.
Shot.
Lekker. Lekker julle.
Dis hy lekker.
After the trail had finished, we rewarded ourselves with a nice cold beverage.
These guys here just drinking beer. Huh? They're just drinking beer. Where's my beer? Ubatla Castle Light. Ntate. Kyakopa Castle Light. Legend.
Sorry,
Bye donkey. Cheers.
net 'n plesier.
Asai. Cheers.
This was one enjoyable weekend. I was blown away by the beauty of the 3 provinces route. One thing I can recommend when coming here, make sure you have enough experience or have someone present with enough 4-wheel drive experience to avoid any mishaps. Thank you so much for watching. If you do like the videos, please like and subscribe. Till next time, cheers.
Hi, my name is Versamelberge and welcome to another episode of the Ironman Adventures. This time around, we're going to do some proper 4x4ing in a place called the 3 Provinces. I have no idea why I agreed to this, but here we go. Hy spat nie so mooi. Hier.